Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna open the base box for Boxycharm October 2020. If you watched last month's Boxycharm video, you will know that I made a second account. So I wanted to have the Boxycharm base box and the Boxycharm Luxe box, just because so many people ask me, is it really worth it to upgrade? There was definitely enough value in the Boxyluxe for that additional $25, so it is totally worth it to upgrade. But I have two Boxycharm accounts, and now I have a control group for a real experiment. Before we were doing, does making a choice matter? Does the box, when you make a choice, have less desirable things in it as filler items because you're getting your choice item? I kind of concluded that when I stopped making a choice, I started to like my box again. My box was definitely never perfect, and what subscription box really is perfect, but I did start liking it more when I stopped making a choice. Now I wanted to do a few more experiments because that is just how my brain thinks. So this month, I am doing kind of an experiment. This month I chose the exact same choice in both boxes and I completed the survey exactly the same. So in theory, my boxes should be exactly the same. If they're not exactly the same, that means they're not using our survey whatsoever. If they are exactly the same, that means they probably are using the survey, they're just not doing a very good job of it. In my survey, I say that I want equal amount of skincare as makeup, and I rank everything so that mascara and lips, they're not even on the ranking because I don't want mascara and I don't want lip products like lip gloss, lipstick, any of that. And in the section where you say like, yes, I would love this, no, I would not love this, I do the same thing with mascara and lip products. I put like, I definitely don't want this. And I have a couple in the middle, and then all the rest I say that I do want them. And I made both of these surveys exactly the same. The age is exactly the same. Everything is exactly the same. And the choice I made is exactly the same. Same color, because I did choose a concealer, and same product. Technically, if it was completely random, choice didn't matter and your survey didn't matter, then I have two very different boxes because they just threw whatever in. But if they are really using some sort of method, because I also didn't make the choice on the exact same day. I chose on 2 days. There's 2 days that you can make your selection. And on one, I chose on one day and the other the next day. So it's not like this one was already getting packaged because I chose earlier or anything like that. So I'm nervous to see. We do have 2 boxes and I'm nervous to see if we will get the exact same boxes or if they will be different. If they're different, no big deal. Just means that Boxycharm is super random. And I kind of feel like that's what's going to happen. I feel like we're going to get different boxes because I never get what I put on my survey. And a lot of my subscribers in the comments write that they never get what they put on their survey. So this is this month's special experiment. I have some other ones planned though, so make sure you're subscribed if you're not subscribed because I have other ones planned where we can kind of see like what's working with their little like own algorithm over at Boxycharm. I have them both open now. It's kind of like nerve-wracking because I really want to be right, but I am like nervous that maybe they actually do use the survey, but they just aren't good at it because they keep sending me products that I put last. Okay, box number 1, there's a sneak peek, and box number 2, here's another sneak peek. They do look like I see 2 things that are the same in both of them. And in this box, I got variation 30. And in this box, I got variation 30. That has to mean either their randomness somehow selected the exact same boxes for me, and the statistical chance of that is so low, or something about my survey and my selection led to box 30 because both of them are box 30. The good news about having 2 box 30s, and this is one reason why I've postponed my giveaway, just in case they were the same, I will have some giveaway items we can add to our 9K giveaway. So our giveaway will be in a couple weeks. after I do all this and get it all ready to film. I guess that means we only have to go through one box. We don't have to go through two boxes. So I'm gonna slide that one over there and we're gonna work from this one. Before I started filming this video, I said I really hope I get some makeup brushes because just in case there's makeup in there, all of my brushes are dirty right now. I literally had 2 brushes today. Like I have foundation brushes, but I mean like eyeshadow brushes. I had 2 brushes today and I only used one. That's why there's only one color on my eyes. So I could save the other one for tomorrow in case I didn't wash my brushes today. And right on top, I see a little bag that says Luxie, and that could only mean Luxie brushes. I love the Luxie brush brand. They actually started because they wanted a vegan, good quality, cruelty-free brush. I don't exclusively use vegan products, but I prefer vegan products. And for my brushes, I always use vegan brushes. I don't like to use animal hair brushes. The pouch that it comes in is cute. It's just black with this gold zipper. How cool is that we also got a little pouch with the brushes? It definitely feels like more than one brush. Ooh, it's the nice like periwinkle color ones. So these are like rose gold, and then this is like a purpley blue periwinkle color. I love it. So we got a large shader 209. I love that brush. A tapered blending brush 205. This one's good, but it's not like the best of the fluffy brushes. And then a regular blending brush here, a 237. This one's super good for like working the crease, but also you can apply on your lid because it's super thin as well. Then we got a brow and lash brush. I feel like these aren't that useful. Like once you have 1 or 2 good ones, you don't really need too many more. And last but not least, a medium angled brush 207. So 5 Luxie brushes. That's a pretty good deal right there. That definitely pays for the box because Luxie brushes are more than $5 a brush, like easily. And I can see right away that we also got a palette, and there's a palette over there. That means I will have a palette for my giveaway. I think that brings us down to like 3 palettes now because we have the Christy Raw Beauty palette. We have the Hip Dot I got last time. And now we have the Beauty Bakerie Breakfast in Bed palette. Okay, this is so not my style, but it's like everyone else's style. They're like a little bit more muted, natural colors. There's some shimmers in here, so I'm not mad about that, but these are very like everyday usable colors, and I feel like that's what everybody else likes. It's just not what is my cup of tea. So I'm excited that I will have one to give away, but I will still try this on my eyes so I could let you guys know what the quality is in the try on section of this video. Okay. I think we got a lip product. It does say Brazilian Kiss on it. It is a tinted lip butter. So I'm gonna check the ingredients, but either way, I will have an extra one for our giveaway. And our first ingredient is beeswax. I don't like to use beeswax on my skin. It's an occlusive. That basically means that it puts a layer over your face. Our lip skin is really like sensitive, and it does help retain moisture, but it also doesn't allow your lips to do some of the things that I think our skin is naturally supposed to do. I don't put beeswax on my lips, not for long periods of time. I do it for these videos just to give a review. But for me personally, I have noticed much better lip health. Like the plumpness of my lips naturally is so much better since I gave up beeswax and other waxes that kind of do that and are not breathable whatsoever. This is not something that I'll probably use forever, and like I said, I am putting those lip products at the end of my survey, and yet here we have another lip product. The good thing is, I think everything is cruelty-free so far. So next we have the Dose of Colors, and this is also a cruelty-free brand. It's vegan, cruelty-free, talc-free, paraben-free. And this is their Meet Your Hue concealer. This is what I selected. Great range, covered all kinds of skin types, so I do love that when a brand does that. I normally go for light medium, and oh yeah, I think that'll work for sure. The last product is from Ace Beauty, and this is their Draw It lip liner. So we have another lip product, even though I literally put that at the bottom of my survey. And looking at the ingredients, it also has a different wax that I avoid on here, and it also has petroleum. It says petrolatum on here. Okay, these are some interesting colors. One's like a red color. It's called So Gorgeous. And the other says Be Peachy, but it looks like a tan, like nude on here. So let's see on the hand. Oh my gosh, So Gorgeous is actually so gorgeous. And then Be Peachy is for sure brown. It is not peachy whatsoever. It would actually even work like as eyeliner on some light skin tones there. but So Gorgeous is like a really bright red. I love bright lips. So we are going to put one of these on, whatever one matches the best with this, and do an eye look and concealer. But first I'm gonna do some research, come back. You know, I don't need a naked face, I just need naked lips and naked eyes. So I think I will use this concealer under my eyes and as a base for my shadow. We can use everything in the box without completely washing our face. So I'm gonna do that, save a little bit of time, do some research. If you're interested in hearing more about these products while I try them on, I'll be back in a few moments.
A few moments later.
We're back, clean lips, clean eyes. I'm gonna scoot you guys in just a little bit because every time I do the try on session, people ask me, can you come a little bit closer? Yes, of course you can come a little bit closer. Come here. This concealer has pretty good reviews online. It has a 4.7 star rating with 23 reviewers, so that's really good. Actually, I couldn't find negative reviews. Everything was 3 stars or more. Only one was 3 stars. The other were all 4 or 5 stars. Positives were saying that it's really full coverage, that it lasts all day, and that it works really good for oily skin. So I'm excited for that because I do have oily skin. Some people were actually comparing it to the Tarte Shape Tape. There was one reviewer that said, no, this is definitely not like Tarte Shape Tape, but everyone was saying it's very full coverage. There were a couple, even though they were positive reviews, that said, if you have dry skin, I wouldn't get this concealer. And I definitely feel the difference on my lids. The lid with Dose of Colors has dried down a lot faster than the lid with the Tarte Shape Tape. So probably there is a little bit more hydration in the Tarte Shape Tape. My skin type is oily, so for me this isn't a deal breaker, but if you had really dry skin, could definitely be a deal breaker for you. So let's start by talking about the Luxie brushes. This one is called the WONDERLUST set. I couldn't find this set anywhere else, so it might be exclusively made for Boxycharm. I did find, of course, the brushes individually. They all have great reviews individually. Using them, they felt to me the same quality as any other Luxie brush, so I give it my stamp of approval. They're one of my favorite brushes. Definitely feel like my Luxie brushes last a long time as well. The only one I had a little bit of trouble with was the 207 medium angled shading brush. I couldn't tell if it was the palette or the brush, but it was very messy and a little bit too fluffy for what I was trying to do. So there was literally no pigment. I ended up switching to use my finger on the other eye because I wanted that pigment on there. Again, I think it's probably more the shadows than the brush because I have used Luxie brushes in the past and I'm pretty sure that I've used this 207 medium angled shader and I haven't had a problem before. The Beauty Bakerie palette has mixed reviews. It depends what site you're on. Some sites have a 4.9, others have a 4.2. One site even has a 3.9. So I don't know if the quality might be different. Maybe they do multiple batches, but that seems interesting to me. I went with Ulta's rating, and that's kind of in between. It was the 4.2, and it was 22 reviewers. And there were a lot of critical reviews on Ulta's website, but there were also some really good ones that say it's gorgeous, it's nice neutral colors, that the shimmers are really nice. It does say apply the shimmers with your finger. I actually didn't apply it with the finger. The one that I put all over my lid was a shimmer and I used one of the brushes and it looked fine to me. I usually like to apply shimmers with my finger because if you press it on, you get a much more rich color. There were a lot of reviewers though saying it wasn't pigmented enough or it wouldn't last all day. Of course, I can't give you a review on how long this eye look lasts. I do think some of the colors were pigmented and some of the colors were not pigmented. Out of the 9 shades, I used 6 and I think 4 of them had pretty good pigment, and 2 of them, even when I used my finger or a brush, it was a lot harder to get that color on. But I wouldn't call this the best palette I've ever used, and I definitely would not call it the worst palette that I've ever used. So on my hand, it looked like there was no tinted lip color whatsoever. It just looked kind of glossy with a tiny shimmer to it. So I went with Be Peachy, the brown liner, and it actually ended up being a perfect look, which you'll see at the end. The liner applied so smoothly and the color is so much darker on my hand. On my lips, it actually looked like a really natural nude color. Very, very cute. I wish it had ingredients that I would like to use on my lips every day. I found this on Ace Beauty's website, but I didn't find any reviews for this. But of course, you just got my glowing review and I don't even like the ingredients in it and I'm still giving it a glowing review. For the Brazilian Kiss Tinted Lip Butter, And I would also give this a glowing review if it wasn't for the ingredients. It doesn't feel like sticky at all. It's just so smooth. My lips just like slide right off of each other, and that is kind of what I look for in a gloss. It smells okay. Being Sol de Janeiro, I thought it was gonna smell better because everything else I've tried from them smells so delicious. This one I couldn't find reviews on this specific tinted one, but there's a ton of reviews on the regular lip butter, and that gets really good reviews, like 4.7 with like 2,000 reviewers. And just like I said at the beginning of the video that I was pretty sure everything is cruelty-free, I did double check and everything is cruelty-free. So we do have a 100% cruelty-free box from Boxycharm this month. And yet again, I forgot to say the weight of the box. So version 30, both boxes are version 30, both of them weighed 0.9 pounds. So if your box weighs 0.9 pounds, you might have version 30 in there. I also did not talk about the shade that I got my concealer in. So I got it in 11 light medium. It almost matched my Tarte Shape Tape exactly, the 29N light medium. So now let's talk about money because it's important. We will start with the palette. This palette retails for $38 and it is made in China. For the Luxie Wonderlust set, this lovely 5-pack of brushes with case is a $40 retail value. It does not list where this is made. For the Dose of Colors concealer, this product is $24 retail value and this is made in the USA. And for the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Kiss, this is $20 and also made in the USA. And for the Ace Beauty Lip Liner Duo, this is a $16 retail value and this is made in China. So that gives my box a retail value of $138 and I paid $25 for this box. But what did I personally find value in? What items am I going to keep and use again? Let's start with the palette. It's not my favorite. It's not my least favorite. I might use it again, but I will not use it often. I'm gonna give it half its retail value because it will probably sit in a drawer for many, many months unused because I have so much better stuff over there. It's just not for me because the shades aren't bright and bold and fun and the type of stuff that I like to put on my lids. I still think the quality is pretty good, so that's why I'm saying I will definitely use it again. I especially like this shade right here, Forehead Kiss. I put that all over my eye to set both concealers and it did just like the perfect job. It's like almost the exact color I want my eyelid to be. So I'm gonna give it a half value. I find it worth $19 worth of value even though the retail value is $38. Brush set, easily worth the value to me, $40. Yes, that's exactly what I probably would pay for these brushes, so goes in the keep pile and definitely worth $40 to me. The Dose of Colors, I'm pretty happy with this. This is definitely the right color for me, so did a great job picking that one out. It's very matte. I have oily skin, so that's perfect. It dried down really, really fast. I think this is great if you have oily skin. I don't think it will be great if you have dry skin. Luckily for me, I do have oily skin, so it's going over here in the keep section. For the last two products, I'm gonna put them together because if you've seen my channel before and you've watched me unbox before, you know that even if I end up loving the lip colors, some colors I have just been like, I wish you had the ingredients that I love having on my lips, but I care more about my lip health and my lip moisture, and I do feel like certain ingredients affect that, at least for me personally, so I don't use those type of lip products. And unfortunately, I loved both of these, but I will never use either of them again. So they are gonna go into the pile over here, the don't keep pile, but we kept 3 out of the 5 items that came in our box. Not only did we keep 3 products, we also kept the 3 most expensive products. So that works in our favor. Even though I'm giving this a half value, I still have $83 of value over here. For $25, that's still a great deal. Do I wish that I would love my entire box? I do, but it is rare for that to happen for me. I am a very picky person. Not everyone is as picky as I am. This could be like a rock star box for other people. It's all just personal preference. Speaking of personal preference, please let me know in the comments down below what your favorite item was. If you haven't received your Boxycharm, do you hope that you get this variation? Do you think it's a good variation or a not so good variation? Thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you guys next time. Bye!